Hi everybody. I am glad to be back. I've been doing some readings for some people. I have met the nicest people I have ever met in my life. And it's been a pretty long life. I have met some of the nicest people and I've enjoyed reading for them so much. And if anybody would like a reading, it's lynntarotreadings at gmail.com. lynntarotreadings at gmail.com. Just email me and we can set it up. Um, Also, I just want to thank everybody for all my new subscribers. I know I'm too old to be gobstruck, but I feel like I'm just so thrilled that there's, mainly because it makes me feel so good to know that there's like-minded people out there. I just kind of, before I started doing this, I just kind of felt like walking around banging my head up against the wall. I didn't know. I thought, what is going on? Am I the only person out there that feels like this? And it's just so wonderful to know that there's a whole community out there that feels like this. And I just want to thank everybody. Everybody. And I'm so thankful to have something to do at this time in my life too, to keep me busy, something that I was, anyway, it's just nice to be able to feel like you can be, even if it's just a little bit helpful to anybody at any time. And what I'm going to read on tonight is something I've been thinking about for a long time. I watched one of Violetta's videos the other day, and her son was asking her some questions that just fit right into things that are on my mind. Plus, he had really done some research, which even made it more interesting. But some of the things that he brought up, I just wanted to reread on. And turn this around and get a little bit more light on it, the subject. But it's actually like all this, just being totally mind-boggled of what's happened to all the Republicans in Congress and totally can't figure out what's going on. Could it be something to do with the Freedom Caucus? It was founded 1 year before Donald Trump went into office. And I guess the main founder was Mick Mulvaney. And then, of course, he had Jim Jordan and that Rick Gates in there, the two biggest losers in Congress. One of them used to be in that wrestling team, the coach, not the main coach, but the coach right under him, where the kids were getting molested by the doctor. And I guess that went on for years, and he never said anything. And then when they were talking about his background, he didn't even have a full degree. I don't even think he's graduated from college, and he's up there. I mean, not that if you're going to be in Congress, you should know a little bit. Should be interested in something. But anyway, and then that Rick Gates, I guess his dad got him off of some drugs and drunk driving or something like that a couple of times. I don't know exactly what. Anyway, they were total losers before they even got into where they're at. So how did they get in there, and who backed them, and what's been going on with this Freedom Caucus? Also, anyway, we'll get to that, but Paul Ryan said that whether he was going to be Speaker of the House or not was determined by the Freedom Caucus. How did they get so much power? And I guess John Boehner said something when he was retiring, or the night afterwards. He gave a speech, and he said, this is what really was interesting to me. He said that he didn't know what the Freedom Caucus stood for. The only thing they wished was to tear down the government and start it over. Well, is there, where did they get the money to come in with all this power? Where did all this come from? Where did they get the money and the power and to form all that? But anyway, I'm just going to ask some questions about it real quick and see what comes up. See what comes up, because I'm just kind of interested in what was going on. So we had I'll go through this one more time here. Whatever was going on there, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. This is marking the reading. That's off the bottom of the deck. It was heartbreaking for our country, whatever was going on when this was formed. So the first question I had down here to ask myself was money being funneled in from other countries like maybe Russia and China to put in there to get these people elected, and maybe for some, before we're through, I want to do one row on blackmail to see what, this is just too absurd to be real, what's going on. So was money coming in from Russia and China, or either one, or could have been from, good Lord, could have been from Saudi Arabia. So, first card up is the 10 of coins, so that's a big, big yes. Not only money, whole lots of money came in to back these people up that started this new caucus. And now the light's starting to shine on this a little bit. Maybe this is going to come out where some of this money came from. Well, sometimes, like I said, Spirit does have a sense of humor. This is telling us to be patient. It's hard to be patient. It's hard to be patient when you see your government being torn down. That's telling us to be patient. Yes, there was big money coming in from foreign countries to back this. Whoa. And here's the Lovers. So that card usually entails Putin and Trump. Trump wasn't behind it at that time. I don't even really think that when they first formed it, they even thought that he'd ever be in there, but they finally seen him as a useful idiot. Whatever their plans were, they just jumped right on that and sure didn't tell him what was going on, but I wouldn't be surprised if he knows somebody might be blackmailed in there. And the next line across I was going to do was Rick Gatez and Nick Mulvaney. Or Mick Mulvaney, I guess it is, and Jim Jordan. And were they using this money to blackmail people? God, I don't even want to touch these cards. They were using this money to get victories in Congress, so they were handing money out to somebody. There's the victory card. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. They were using it to blackmail people. It must have took a lot of money and a lot of research to get stuff on. Might have been something going. This didn't just come up out of nowhere. This had been going on for a long time. Is the whole world going to find out about it? God, I hope that's what you cards are telling me. and it's going to change the power that's going on in Washington right now. There's a wheel of fortune. It's going to shift. It's going to shift. Well, I feel like it's going to shift at the next election anyway. But here's where they really thought they had a big victory. But now some of these truths are getting ready to come out, and they're trying to block it at every angle. And the world's going to find out about it. And it's going to change everything. Hopefully. So yes, they were blackmailing people. Literally blackmailing them. Anyway, let's do the third row. Is why did Paul Ryan say that his speakership depended on the endorsement of the Freedom Caucus? What did he know going in there? What did Paul Ryan know going in there that nobody else knew, that he thought that him being Speaker of the House was totally up to the endorsement of the Freedom Caucus? And we'll ask a minute what John Boehner meant when the speech he gave after he retired the next night or something, when he was talking about the Freedom Caucus. But right now we're going to find out, why did Paul Ryan say his endorsement relied on the Freedom Caucus? Because of a deal he made with them. Here's the lovers making a deal. Another set of lovers. This is just deal making, like Merritt. It's a deal. And it had to do with money. He was definitely paid to keep his mouth shut and not answer anything and not do any oversight. Definitely paid for it. Bought and paid for, Ryan. And I think that's why he didn't run again. I think he knew that if he opened up his mouth and stayed there, that something horrible was going to come out about him. And he thinks he's a little star anyway, and then he couldn't have been a star. So that was a challenge. That's why he left Congress and didn't rerun. Because he just thought, he knew there was enough money coming in to back him if he decided to do it. But he just wanted to get out of there before he got caught right in the middle of this stuff, because he purposely, and it's not going to help him. He'll never be in politics again. Or if he is, he won't be high in them again. Ever, ever, ever. He ruined his chances by doing that. And he definitely got paid off for doing it. People were bought off, and some of them blackmailed in the Senate. And maybe the House, too. But this is mainly the Republicans, I think. I'm not saying the Democrats aren't in it, too, but I think this is a Republican thing. This Freedom Caucus is totally a Republican thing, but... Okay, now, the next row we're going to do here, down for 4, is Paul Ryan. Was Paul Ryan just paid off to keep his mouth shut and not do any oversight for the whole time that he was Speaker of the House? Yeah, he had a pretty good thing going there. All the love and none of the responsibility. And he took his money and got out of there because he didn't want to be there any longer. He was scared to death they were going to come out. They had something really heavy on him to blackmail him with, and he just wanted to get out of there as quick as he could. So he just walked away. There's the walking away card. Oh. And took the money. Took the money. Lost all of his morals and prestige, but he did walk away and take the money. Is this stuff going to come out recently? Is this stuff going to come out recently? I'm going to shuffle through these for just a minute. Is this stuff going to come out recently? Well, I don't usually do that, but I'm going to keep that. Maybe because I'm wanting it to be true. Okay, we got a fallen ace of truth here, which swords would say, yes, it is going to come out, and it's going to come out clear. They're not going to be able to keep it hidden. It's going to cause some people to lay awake nights and worry, and maybe some people to go to jail before it's over. I don't know why, but when I turned this Hanged Man up, I immediately thought of Lindsey Graham, because he's right in the middle of that, up to his little tooth. And here we have Nancy Pelosi. So now we got to do another reading and say, does that mean that the House is really getting ready to do their job and start this impeachment to bring this information out? Because you can't play checkers with a bunch of assholes that are playing chess and cheating all the way through it. They need to do something. So anyway, that's what I came up with. I'm going to have to look at that and see what sense it makes or doesn't. I'll tell you what, sometimes it's like I go off in La La Land and I'll think I'm not going to be able to put this up, and then later when I get to looking at them, I go ahead and put them up. Anyway, if you like this, push the subscribe button and thumbs up or whatever you want to do, and so you can find it again, because once you lose me, if you're not tuned in because of how I name my channel, I'm really hard to find, from what I've been told from a lot of the people that found me again after seeing me once and then not being able to find me. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody so much, and thank you just so much.